The first stop on our day trip from Ho Chi Minh City is a handicap art and craft factory in a suburban district of Ho Chi Minh City. People who work here are often handicapped. You can also see some cultural and social evidences in present-day Vietnam from the 20-year war during the 50s, as it left a very serious ecological and human impact. We learned about Agent Orange, one of the major herbicides used during the war, and how it left the Vietnamese with various diseases and disabilities due to the very harmful chemicals. Here you can walk through and observe people during their daily work, and support them with the purchase of their products, if you wish. You will see how tiny pieces of cracked egg shells are manually laid out piece by piece using a tweezer, then painted, coated, varnished, and polished to produce the final product. This type of art requires perfection in every detail, so the crafters must be skillful in shaping the work, with very small seashells or eggshells. Eggshells and seashells are commonly used as materials in the process of painting lacquer paintings. The artisans also use lacquer in the technique of coloring, grinding by natural materials like coal and shells. We now arrive at Cu Chi Tunnels. The 75-mile, 121 kilometers, long complex of tunnels at Cu Chi has been preserved by the government of Vietnam and turned into a war memorial park. First, we gathered in an open room where we got some background information with visualization of the tunnels. This way, we better understood the situation that leads to such life underground. What made Cu Chi Tunnel so successful as a base of operations? The tunnel's brilliant engineering, born out of trial and error, as well as the hard work of the Viet Cong, who carved the tunnels out by hand with simple picks and shovels. The tunnel network contained hospitals, living quarters, kitchens, bomb shelters, theaters, and weapons factories.
I want to explain to the some basic information about the Cu Chi area. And first thing I want all you can understand. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, when Vietnamese people they dig tunnels, they need the place for people they hide when enemy they came in, right? And so that's mean when they the tunnel, they keep the tunnel so secret. Because if they not keep tunnel secret, enemy they know where the tunnel. They can drop bomb or even they can pump the water inside tunnel. They can spread the toxic chemical to destroy tunnel. That's mean when Vietnamese people they the tunnel. They keep the secret and then they plant a little bit tree above. So that's mean when enemy they came, they don't know where Vietnamese people the tunnel. Another to know we have. If you see on map over there, the map people they publish in the 90s. American government and the Saigonese government.
The tunnels are a popular tourist attraction in Vietnam, and visitors are invited to crawl around in the safer parts of the tunnel system.
And, don't worry. And today all of us, nobody stuck. We made the entrance, they always cover with lid carefully like that. Because you know why? Because if you not the cover like that, and the enemy they know where the entrance of tunnel is so secret, so dangerous. And so that's mean if you enter the entrance here, you can travel everywhere with 200 kilometers in the tunnel. And so now, how to enter this entrance? I showed it for you, right? And the first you see it, a little bit small, not original. Original is smaller. And so now I showed up for you how people do. Ladies and gentlemen, please happy if in case I get stuck, right? You see, if you want to enter, you hold it and your hands up and sit down, right?
Oye, bueno, te metiste muy rápido. Sí. No, yo estaba recién agarrando tu celular y te metí.
Blue dragon. Yeah, blue dragon. In Korea. Yeah, they call it a blue Korea. If you want to come out and the hands up and stand, it's easy, right? So the
Booby traps in the tunnels scared off the American and Allied soldiers on the ground. These were ranging from simple bear traps to door traps that swing down on victims unlucky enough to open the wrong door.
Excuse me, everybody. So now we can stand around here, and then you can see here. That's mean we have a tiger trap. Why Vietnamese people they call tiger trap? Because before wars, Vietnamese people they made some trap like that to catch tiger. When Vietnam War happened, they made some trap like that. They made enemy get scared. Remember the communist people or guerrilla people, they made traps in Ho Chi tunnel, Ho Chi area, not to kill people. They only made trap to make enemy get scared. When they come in the Ho Chi area, they want us with the enemy. You shouldn't come in my village, arrest or kill people. If you come in my village, maybe you fall down in trap. If you fall down in trap, maybe you get injured or something like that. You see, and there's some stick here, people they made by bamboo, but sometimes they put a little bit of poison on it. So they made the people very scared when they came in the Ho Chi area in wartime. A little bit danger. So the lady and gentlemen, so the nobody, you shouldn't try it, right?
Ja, hoe smal het lijkt. En in je ogen en wat je denkt dat je zelf bent. Ja.
Okay. And up.
Excuse me, and gentlemen, here the Vietnamese people, they call it the fighting bunker. You know the fighting bunker? Fighting bunker, that means the place for communist people called guerrilla, they fighting. And when Vietnamese people, they made the fighting bunker, they made very carefully. Because if you make a fighting bunker, if you not make carefully, enemy, they can destroy tunnel, they can kill everybody. Example, you see, over there, we have the main part of tunnel. When people they made a fighting bunker, they always dug the bench of tunnel far from main part about 10 or 20 meters, which is small like that. Gorilla, they always live inside the main part. If they want to fighting, they always move from main part to here, it's a fighting bunker. Because you know, would you like to try enter here?
Yeah.
Excuse me, so now we stand around here and somebody if you want, you can enter here, to come out far from here about 25 meters. Anybody would you like to try to move inside tunnel? Yep. Here that's mean the original, but here that's mean the main part of the tunnel. Ladies and gentlemen, so remember the tunnel not the place for Vietnamese people living or Vietnamese people hiding. That means the tunnel, that means the way for people, they move from another bunker to another bunker only. They always, every 10 or 20 meters of tunnel, people, they make a small bunker or big bunker, right? And so now here, we have a original main part of tunnel. It's a little bit bigger with over there. So now I want to explain for you how Vietnamese people, they the tunnel. And you know, this is the trenches. Do you know the trench? For the Ho Chi Tunnel, we have a kit called the trenches. The trench, that means the place for people to travel. The place for people to move. So excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, so that you know the how long Vietnamese people they can live inside tunnel. I mean in wartime, not now. Yeah, how long? Normal in wartime, Vietnamese people they always hide underground at daytime. The daytime. They live hidden inside tunnel at daytime. And the nighttime they go out. Right. The nighttime, in the evening they go outside. So you know that sometimes Vietnamese people they have lived inside tunnel about 1 week. Because you know why? Because with the 24 hours, 7 days per week, enemy with the helicopter, with tank, with the thousands of soldiers. They travel everywhere here. They find the way to enter the tunnel, where the communist people who are and hiding. Okay, so now we can keep going. You can see here the people just for of you know understanding the term gorilla. They take the rest. You can keep going, keep going. You know what is this?
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
They told us something about like the smoke from the kitchen, that they cover it up, but how do they cover it? How do they?
That means you know the inside the bunker. When people they cook, they made the kitchen, they cooking, and so then they made a many hole. You know, these people they made a ventilation. They always made it look like termite. You know termite?
Yeah.
Yeah, termite. Because around here we have a many real termite.
Oh.
Many real termite. So when American soldier they pass through here, they real termite. They never people. They made a ventilation. Even we have many ventilation. The people they didn't turn the ground. They lost many ventilation. Right? So now we keep going this way.
In the background you will hear shooting noises from the shooting range. After the tour of the tunnels, you can try your hand on first-hand shooting, using the guns from the war.
No, not anymore, sorry. een rijbewijs hebben.
Còn gì đâu.
And you know, at first, for you understand, you see it, this sticking. When people they make the stick like that, they always make the look like the hook. You know the hook for people they fishing here. And so exactly the when people they set up trap like that, they cover. If the victim they don't know, victim they step here. If they step here, you know, and some stick here and pump in there like something like that. It's working, right? A little bit danger. And so another trap here, Vietnamese people they call armpit trap. And you know, when the human they fall down any hole, they always raise their hand for find something to stop for that. When they raise hand like that, some stick here and pump in their armpit and hang with them up until they die. You see? Some stick here and a pump in armpits and hang with them up, right? And the danger traps in Ho Chi Tunnel. And so now we have rowing trap. If they fall down there, they're close and muscle keep in stick like that, and then the way fall down, they made it a rowing. When it's rowing, whole body injured. You see it? And so here that's the window trap. Only call the window trap. It look like the window. You see like that. If people they step here, of course it open it. When it open it, you see some stick here and keep up. And make people they injure. So now another trap here you see it. A little bit dangerous. And so now we have fishing trap. All people call fishing trap. People they make a hole like that and then they set a trap. If victim they don't know when they step here, you know when they step here what happened. You see it. Stick here, when they step here, and the foot keep there. Even so close, they cannot get their foot out because you know why? Because they drop here, they step here. And remember, in the Ho Chi area, not only drop the hang set up like that, but also we have a some trap. People they hang on tree. That means we have a hang trap. They hang trap on tree. We stay. It can make it moving. You know when it's moving, if the victim they don't know, maybe some stick here and hit in the victim's head and make people injured. One time, American soldiers they always come in the local house and find out who are guerrilla, who are communist. And but they enter, they come in the local house. They never close the door like that. They always shoot at the foot and kick the door open. Local people, they don't like the people kick their door. So they set up trap like that. You see, when trap is closed, if they kick door open, when door opens, you know, it trap fall down. Right? Of course, I made only the example for you understand. But the sudden it's so heavy. Someone didn't close. And so then they bring here and then they cut the some of the close. And so they get a little bit, they made some landmine over there. And form little close bomb, which they dropped in Vietnam. Right here. And so over there you see the people, they made some stick, they trapped by bombshell, and it is stick by bamboo. Right, you see it, people they made it by bombshell. You know it. So the above. You know, in Vietnam, even the water passed through very long time ago. And so the now in Vietnam every day people some weekend bomb. So some weapon from in Vietnam war and not war. And so the now the farmer will work in the some bomb like that and some weapon like that is go. And the made the farmer and so the now and maybe 47 or M16 or even if you want you can buy AK gun.
Can I bring it back to the UN?
2 minutes and the first you can see over there in the corner over there. If you want to go right soon, you can come in the corner over there. If you don't want, you can take a rest at some chair here. Or some of you, if you want the shooting, you can buy bullets over there. And then you shooting at the shooting range over there. And in a few minutes we keep going, right? Okay.
Not much at all. That's pretty good.
Here you will see how traditional rice paper is made and then dried.
Vegetable, meat, fish, whatever you like, you wrap and roll. Enjoy with fish sauce. Unique spring roll from rice. They make the other thing a water, happy water, you know, and happy water over there. Yeah, we keep moving, please.
저기다 피는구나 저렇게.
Has she finished?
Rice paper is no frosting. Only frosting on the rice paper is from So after the Vietnam War, this area, the whole village became a traditional village making rice paper. And now just only 1 or 2 families do it. They got the factory.
Mua đôi dép cao su không? Mua anh Mỹ nó bắt.
They even designed special shoes for going outside of the tunnels, so that the enemy would be led in the wrong direction.
So to
The shoe was designed so that the shoe print indicated the opposite direction than the one they actually went into.
A little bit channel. People they made by tie like us. Right. They made a by for us tunnel, right? Everybody, so the before
The tunnels were used by Viet Cong soldiers as hiding spots during combat, as well as serving as communication and supply routes, hospitals, food and weapon caches and living quarters for numerous North Vietnamese fighters. The tunnel systems were of great importance to the Viet Cong in their resistance to American forces, and helped to counter the growing American military effort. American soldiers used the term Black Echo to describe the conditions within the tunnels. For the Viet Cong, life in the tunnels was difficult. Air, food, and water were scarce, and the tunnels were infested with ants, venomous centipedes, snakes, scorpions, spiders, and rodents. Most of the time, soldiers would spend the day in the tunnels working or resting and come out only at night to scavenge for supplies, tend their crops, or engage the enemy in battle.
Đâu nó quay lại đi 100 mét.
Thế là còn được. Hay là
Ủa?
bóng
At the end of the Ho Chi Tunnel tour, we got a snack made out of cassava. This tasted like potatoes, and the dip was made out of salt and spice.
healthy.
We are now heading back to Ho Chi Minh City. I hope you enjoyed this tour. Thank you.